sit there and you draft up the terms and you agree on the terms. You have your lawyers and you sit there and you go through the process and saying, now, if you have joint custody and you have a schedule plan, child support should be a little less. Mm-hmm. It really should. Mm-hmm. It should be spelled out who's carrying health care insurance, mm-hmm. who's responsible for this, what weekends, who has holiday visitation, what custody during the holidays, if it's split, odd years, even years, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Now, when we're talking around a dude saying, hey, I'm not going to, the kid coming over, but send me some groceries as well. That's a bum.
Right.
Because you know what? If she's taking care of that kid and you're paying child support to her, right. you still need to have a place in proper order that you can be able to take care of your kid. When your kid is there, you're going to take them to the movies. You're going to have PlayStation for them. You're going to feed them and stuff like that. You don't sit there and go over to her because when they create that child support piece, they're automatically doing a comparison of income. Who makes what, what's the percentage and everything else. So when it gets to that part, that should be that shouldn't even be an argument. But again, it goes back, the biggest part that we have to learn is co-parenting. And co-parenting, I go back to this piece again, is setting things aside to say, at the end of the day, it's what's in the best interest for our child. And mapping out this whole landscape. It may be uncomfortable for me to have this conversation with you because we broke up. So now I got to check my feeling, but I got to put my dad's hat on and say, I got to map this out and do what's good for our kid. And understanding that, hey, if I need to pick up another job to provide at home in my house to be able to make sure the kid has everything else. But also, hey, it's not enough to cover this. It's a field trip. You want to take a vacation, but then you say, hey, can we split this cost? As a father, I should be able to say, let me look at it, let me calculate it, let me populate all this other stuff. Yeah, I think I can make that happen.
Exactly.
I like that. That was a nice name. But another thing before we close out, I want guys and women.
Don't close out because I got.
We ain't gonna close. She got more to talk about, but y'all need to understand when this goes for women and guys. Do not talk about your ex in front of your kids. Either women or guys. I hate when people always, they with somebody else and they say, well, your mother ain't shit and your father ain't shit, or don't do that. That's not good. Whatever you feel about the mother and father, you keep it closed and you know, talking to your mate, whatever. But don't be going back and saying it in front of your kids because it's not healthy and it's not cool.
Yeah, I disagree.
You know, because your kids don't need to, you know, feel the way you feel about, you know, because your shit ain't work out. So now you talking bad. It's just not cool or healthy.
Let me grab this real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just want to play the devil's advocate on something. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go back to the swimming and the chicken nuggets.
Oh, I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you all here buying, every day you spending $20, $40 on chicken nuggets. $20 a day. Well, that's a 5 days. That's $100. Why can't you just, why can't you make the chicken nuggets at home?
So, all right, so hold on. I'm going to ask, so, all right.
Well, that's going to be one of the conversations, like, you know, well, I was saying, like, well, damn, you know, see, like, well, he got to eat. Well, why you can't cook?
So, I'm going to answer that for you.
Okay.
So, I live east. I'm trying to figure out. I live east.
Okay.
My son goes to school northwest.
All right.
He swims west. I'm not leaving northwest to go east to make some dang on chicken nuggets, to go back west for swim, to go back east to go home.
So what do you swim? Chickweb?
No, Forest Park.
Okay, all right.
So I'm saying sometimes it's a convenience factor, depending on.
Yeah, I understand.
But my whole point of bringing it up, like I feel like some men, and we call them, both call them whatever you want to call them. I feel like some men miss certain things and try to make these arguments when it's not a place to argue. I feel like if the topic is feeding your child or clothing your child or whatever, the answer should be yes.
Okay.
If it's like, he need snow boots or whatever the thing is, the answer should be yes. But I feel like sometimes men don't necessarily realize the easy yeses. Now, if I say I want to take our son to Japan for 2 weeks,
Man, you can take them right to the Yakami store and let them stand right in front of the damn thing.
Yeah, all right. So okay, that I know, but then I feel like should be some pushback, right? Like there's
So no, I think it's all about conversation.
Right.
It's a level of communication. You know, it's about understanding also that dad is on this side. He doesn't get child support. He's given to child support. So if he's doing this, he's on a fixed income. He also has to be able to live as well. He also has got to be able to plan a vacation for his son. He can't go and say, hey, can I get a percentage of your child support so I can take him to Myrtle Beach? Can I do this, do that? So it's that co-parenting piece that has to come into play, but also knowing that you have a parent that lives here, you have a parent that lives there. So it has to be that maturity level of us setting the differences that we have, setting those to the side and understanding what's best for our kid. If our kid is going to swim, hey, let's talk about it before you sign it up. Let's make sure that we both can afford this, or I can sit there and make sure that I got time to be there, or I clear my calendar, and it's not just 100% strain on you going back and forth and everything else, but it's a split responsibility. It's that co-parenting thing that we're talking about. And I think, honestly, here's the problem as I look at it, as we look at society right now. It's that missing co-parenting piece. It's that missing part that how do we operate when we're not together, if we're not going to be together? And how can we do things in civil order? I don't get the boyfriend benefits anymore. Because you know what? We're no longer together.
Right.
And our kids need to know that divide. I'm not going to talk ill about you.
Right.
I'm not going to put that poison in his head.
Right.
So I ask you to do the same, but let's figure this out together to show that we still can co-parent and make a successful kid and get that kid all the way to high school, college, and so forth.
That's the maturity level on both parents. Because,
It is.
You know,
It's on both sides.
You know, and I think, in my opinion, it's a lot of dudes. Well, once it comes down to child support and stuff like that, it's out of spite. No, I'm just saying. But this, okay. Like, so what else?
No, I'm just saying, like, a lot of men, I know, like, other men, but a lot of men think that child support is legit out of spite. Child support not necessarily out of spite. Sometimes the back and forth.
Okay, now, all right, okay, the child support. Now, say, all right, you take him down for child support because you can't afford to raise this child on his own,
Who
on
said
your
I
own.
couldn't afford it?
What? No, I'm just saying. In general. Like, okay, so why wouldn't you, if you know your child can have a better life with the father, why wouldn't you let him stay with the father?
So all right, so that's why I was saying before, like, it's a difference between, well, it's all different, but
Right.
if the mother is saying, I can't afford this, I need your money, that's one thing. If the mother is saying, I got this, what you said is extra, that's another thing. It's a lot of women, like, let's be clear, it's a lot of women holding it down. We have a lot of women making really good salaries, who have great benefits, made decent decisions. We do have a lot, in current day, we have a lot of those women. Child support is not the same as in, I'm taking my child and you got to pay me. It's not the same.
Well, that's the way
women that's making a decent money is the women that shouldn't be asking for child support.
But it's still a fair compensation, though.
Yeah,
like, if we had this shit together,
that's understandable.
But what I'm saying, if you're saying, because it's two different women we talking about here. Because a woman that's financially able, right, and a man that's already innately a provider, it's gonna be different. We don't need a court. See, I don't need a court to determine how my kid gonna be, how my kid financially, how my kid gonna be raised. I don't need the courts to do that. No matter how financially she is, because guess what?
It's my child.
Having children, they gonna already be alright. Because when it's all said and done, I'm gonna make sure. Cause like I said before, once I seen them in that window in that MICU unit, that lets me know that, okay, this is my responsibility. I gotta make sure, okay, from when they there up until they're 18, even further than 18, college, this and that, I gotta make sure that they are. It's my responsibility because I did it. So after that, when it's all said and done, we don't need the courts to justify. See, when you put the courts in the system, you put the government in the system, what it does for me and what it tells me is that it tells me that
we can't fix it together.
Yeah, we can. I mean, I don't think we can fix it. Like,
yeah, but all right,
we're not arguing. That means that it's something. You must got some kind of spite against me to
Alright, so
ask the
Hold
courts.
on. I'm gonna give y'all something to think about. So, gift giving. So for the holidays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever like that, do you expect a gift from your child? You know, do you expect the mother to take the child out shopping for something for you, or do you buy a gift? Like I said, you take your kids out and say, "Hey, Mother's Day coming up. Your mother's birthday is coming up. It's 9/27. Y'all remember that?"
I did. I mean, I made sure, like my sons and them, they made sure I would give them money to get something for their mother.
Okay.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess from my point of view, I don't see anything wrong with that. And understand it's not coming from me. So my child is giving that gift
Right.
to his or her mother.
Right.
Exactly.
It's not coming from me.
Exactly.
So, I'm not going to sit there and just put any line and say, no, you can't.
Right.
Because, hey, you on my
Yeah.
time, you may be my weekend,
Right.
and I got you, okay, let's go to the mall. Your mom's birthday is coming up.
Right.
Go pick something out.
Yeah.
Go pick something out.
It's not coming out.
I got you.
Go ahead, T.
Yeah, we got we be back in say what you feel. We back in a few minutes. We're gonna take a small intermission.